Cell. It's not a completely easy game for a Terrorblade. Have to be always conscious about where that Lina goes. And if you can protect Cell until he has at least one stat padding item, I think you're going to be set. There's not much else to worry about besides the Lina, at least in terms of Magical Burst. And if you can overcome that challenge, well, it should be a very, very good Terrorblade game after that.
I do agree. We'll get into a game number 1 between Boom and Army Geniuses. Of course, the Army Geniuses, their team, they do need some wins right now, sitting at literally last place in the groups. 0 wins so far, 2 draws and 3 losses. I'm not sure why they're quoting Among Us right now, but they are a friendly bunch, this Army Geniuses side. Always saying good luck, have fun. Love to see it.
Yep.
Try harder.
And they talk a little bit in lobby. That's what I enjoy.
They do?
They have words. Still, let's see the smoke, Mike.
I do like it. Straight into FBZ, but he has the chains up. Nice quick reaction out from FBZ. Gonna ruin the rotation here from AG. They might actually be able to counter gank Wommy right now at the bottom lane if he's not too careful. But he has spotted out Hyde, and he's not going to be within toss range. So Wommy will be alright to just get out of there and allow them to have those 2 bounty runes down at the bot lane as well.
Yep, it's going to be a nice start there for Dota. It looks like they might just surrender this, so it ends up being a 2-for-2 and the opposite side of the maps, which is perfectly fine. The key win here for Army Geniuses is that FBZ now has level 1 Timber Chain. So this is something they can abuse in lane if they stick the heroes up top, and it does look like they might just do that as UK and Lim are around. Nah, they're going to drag Tusk away, maybe. But if they commit to the tri-lane, level 1 chains is something you can abuse on a Timber Saw.
I mean, you can, but it is becoming more normal to have this anyway. I don't think FBZ cares. He'll be fine with it. Can at least secure the range creep as well with it, which can be nice. As he is going to have Hyde with him, I guess. See if they can get the first blood, though. I mean, the tag team is going to be up for K, or rather UK. So someone had corrected me in the chat earlier on. FBZ, chain away. He realizes he does not want to get ganked like this by the Tusk, just denying that away. This is going to give DB a free lane, or rather a free first wave, but FBZ is going to go for the pull to just set the creep equilibrium for himself. There you go. But tag team does come in after that chain. He's going to find another tree to go to, and he does. Very nice.
Yep, it's a bit optimistic. They had LYM on the opposite side of the map there, so not finding that first blood. FBZ is going to get a good ramp into 2. Then the ganks get harder. Once you hit 3, that's basically impossible. So we'll see how long they commit, but Hyde is just getting some good space out as well. And the EXP gain here for these 2 supports are not going great, so they're going to have to watch themselves as this is hurting their progression. Still down mid, the lane with 2 melee heroes. It's going to be our Kunkka up against our Magnus, and it has been fairly even. Mikado is slightly ahead, but Mamang Dai is not really lagging too far behind. And there might be kill opportunities, but we're talking about like level 5, if you can land a torrent or say get the skewer back. Otherwise, it's going to be a steady farming lane for both. Again, down to the supports to actually come down and set some opportunities here.
Yeah, it certainly will be. Makoto, I think, might have the advantage later on, as we do see a nice skewer back from Mamang Daya, and he does get the courier as well of Makoto. So definitely a huge win there for Mamang Daya, and he will need pretty much every advantage he can get, because Makoto, he is a rather aggressive kind of mid-player. He does look for every opportunity he can to get some more damage in onto this Magnus. And of course the bot lane, John, LYM has rotated down to help Wommy on the Legion Commander. You do have Kescute already there along with Dreamersoul on the Terrorblade, and in true Dreamersoul fashion, he is top of the last hits board already. 14 and 5. Does have 5 nice denies up against Wommy. I think it was important for the side of Army Geniuses to get rid of this Lina from that tri-lane, as I just didn't see them getting a kill onto FBZ. He was not giving them the opportunity. So rather than wasting time there, LYM will come in now and try to disrupt Kescute from continuously just pulling this bot lane.
And It's the best they can hope for now. You have a bit of a level disadvantage here for LYM though. Level 1 Lina up against level 2 Venge. Of course, your Venge is going to have a better time. And you've also got this combo. We didn't quite talk about it in Raft, right? But you've got Venge Terrorblade. So it's another hero that can play with a Vengeance Aura. And just getting that little added attack range in the Metamorphosis is always nice. With bonus Agi to boot. Lots of value there for Dreamosol once he gets it up and running. And it's just another basic farming lane. It's really down to Army Geniuses to be the aggressors here. They've got the levels on Wami, but it's just so difficult to gap close against a Terrorblade. You're just not quite secure in finding those opportunities, especially when all the trees are just chopped down.
It's very fair. Wami. He's going to have to try his best in this lane, but the best he can hope for is to even out. So LYM does rotate to the mid lane to try and secure a power rune, but Hyde is going to be the one to get it up at that top lane. And, well, unfortunately for UK, he tried to come in and take it off Hyde for some reason, but it is going to cost him his life. There was absolutely no point in that play for UK. I mean, Hyde already had it. He was standing right next to it. There was just no point in trying to contest. Gives Makoto a nice free kill.
And that's first blood as well for Mikado. So he gets to really build up here on the Kunkka. He has been lagging behind in last hits, but again, not by a significant amount. Mamang Daya is going to be forced to just jungle just for a bit. And he really needs some stacks worked up. This is one thing that the supports have to get done. Build the stacks up. Every single time you've got this Magnus, you've got a PA. Stacks are such a pivotal part of the farm acceleration that you just need to secure your jungle here.
DB. Top lane. He's been farming very well on that PA, but FBZ is getting to the point now where he can start spamming out that Whirling Death, and things should get relatively harder for this Phantom Assassin. He is just spamming Dagger to try and really secure CS safely, but as you can see, as soon as he gets close, he just can't... He can't really do much up against the Timber anymore. So, you've just got to secure the easy farm with Dagger, but Hyde comes in and they clean him up. Really nice rotation from Hyde. This is why you want to give Hyde heroes like the Tiny, because he does tend to make these plays happen. Meanwhile, mid though, John, Makoto getting an X-Boat off onto Mamang Daya, who had skewered him underneath the tier 1 tower. And that boat rum is going to be the thing that keeps Makoto alive underneath that tier 1.
Yeah, he's not quite going to fall.
RP was committed as well, by the way.
Yep, just a lot of spells thrown out. They also used, you know, a lot. They get some TPs in, and they're scuffling over these runes once more.
They are, but again, it's very hard to contest the Tiny with the task. Hyde's going to go for a bit of a run. They might not be able to get this kill, and yeah, Kezcute, he couldn't reach for it. So UK this time around won't get too punished for it, but he is going to have to run back all the way to the fountain. In terms of a pos for Tusk, this is going to be a bit of a rough game for him, as the start really hasn't led to anything.
It's been super slow for him. The rotation's just not lining up. And, you know, even if they took that rune away, Mikado can just do this. Bottle play, TP home, come back in, fully charged up, fully healed up. Gets his phase boots done as well. So there's a little bit more damage, a little bit more chase potential here from Mikado. And they're just perfectly fine. You know, you look at the side lanes. You mentioned DB getting some good farm. Dreamosol is really just taking over. This LC lane, even with the overwhelming odds, it's not like it's a particular threat for Dreamosol. He just doesn't care.
No,
he can just keep farming. He can play with a Metamorphosis. That's it.
That's kind of what I was saying in the draft, right? Like, what's the point of this LC? Like, overwhelming odds, yeah, you've got it, and it's going to clear out the illusions. But look at this. Hyde comes in, gets the Avalanche toss back into the TB with the Magic Missile on Wami. He's just going to die. So you might be able to delay pushes happening thanks to that overwhelming odds. But as a hero, the LC has no other value in this game.
Yeah,
that's my big problem with it. It just doesn't do anything else.
I think the game plan was, you know, you rush a blink in this LC, then you wait for level 6 on your support Lina, and then just tag team, go in, toss the duel, Laguna Blade down, find instant kills. It's just, support Lina just accelerates your soul, and look at Wami toss.
You can't TP like that. Not into a Timbersaw. Fair play to him. Yeah. He didn't know Makoto was there, but you can't do that. Bit unfortunate for him. He was trying to defend the lane. It is a very tough Legion Commander game, though.
It is. It is. And I suppose that space out on the side lanes, you know, you're giving Mamang Daya a better lane bot to farm now. So you're having some catch up for your Magnus. Top tower does indeed fall, though. No trade coming out as Army Geniuses not finding the space to get a push. They've still got to play this farming game. They are giving a free space out for DB. He's saving up for his Desolator in the PA. Not quite getting the Empower from his Magnus, although Mamang Daya is going to give him one charge now, and that should help the cause as he starts clearing out some Ancients. So if they can maintain this control in the triangle for the next 5 minutes, maybe until the 15-minute mark, and just get steady farm, you're still going to hit some pretty good timings here, but they need to really be patient, Army Geniuses, and not cede too much ground here while they're farming.
Oh, I do agree. DB is going to clear out the hide. Getting caught out there. Looks like they did commit the RP for that one on the mag. So nice little pick up there from Mamang Daya. Of course, the PA is farming very nicely in that triangle, getting those stacks. That is really going to help him catch up to Dreamer Soul, who was taking over. And Dreamer Soul's still going to be ahead, though. I mean, it's the one thing with the Terrorblade, right? It is very hard to keep up when he can just use his illusions to just overtake everybody else and farm. And that's been the thing. That's been the thing ever since Dota 1. It's always been about jumping into the jungle as a Terrorblade and just spamming illusions, just clearing out camps way faster than anyone else can.
Yeah, and Dreamer Soul's just given the space to do that. Because there's no tier 1 tower gone, they've got the room, and even up top again.
Yeah, Wami, he's having a very tough time. Makoto now, X-Torrent boat into the Avalanche toss is just more than enough to kill off this LC. And I mean, you talked about that Blink Dagger maybe coming up later on for the LC, but this is going to be very, very badly timed at this rate. In fact, UK, looks like he's been caught out by FBZ, but the LSA will save him. Nice little stun out from our Lina. It's going to mean FBZ is just going to run back into the lane and keep farming up for himself. Looks like he is going for a Vanguard. But the rest of Boom Esports, John, they've grouped up mid. They want to try and go for that T1 tower play. They don't have the boat up, but with the Metamorphosis, they can get a lot of damage out, especially when you have the Siege Creep there as well.
Yeah.
Nice shards.
Just that quick.
Gonna be enough. X-Torrent is gonna be there. Hyde coming in as well. FBZ is gonna chain in with the Timber. They don't want to commit all the way. They just want the T1, and they want to back off after that. I say that, but Makoto, he's having a look on the side. He has boat up in 5 seconds, so now they can definitely go for a fight, especially with that Arcane Rune active. Makoto gonna have a crack here at UK. No Snowball, but he does get away. Meanwhile, mid lane, there was an RP onto Hyde. Hyde will go down. UK will still be chased, but he does snowball away to the creeps. Can they get him? FBZ still trying. Will eventually get him with the Whirling Death. So 1 for 1. But Boom Esports, they are finding the objectives.
Better trade for them because of these objectives. And again, this enables them to protect their jungle. There's just no straight trades coming out from Army Geniuses.
Uh-oh. How did Wami end up there?
Yeah, that's
I guess he was trying to skip the creep wave to try and slow down the push, but oh, Wami, he's having a tough one. I don't think he's even thrown a jewel out this game. That's how bad this game's going for him.
I think it's a blessing they haven't thrown out the duel. You talking about bonus damage in all of these heroes now. He's 4 times over, considering that he's died 4 times. 0-4-0, not even an assist. And you know, Army Genius is 7-2. 3K lead for Boom Esports. Really good start. They're just taking control of that map, enabling this farm. You've still got the level 5 Tusk. It's just such a slow ramp up. They need all the burst they can get. Maybe if they find this kill with a smoke.
They might get Kescute here. Snowball in. UK should be an easy kill. They'll give it over to DB. So it's a nice bit of a gold influx there for the PA. Speaking of DB, by the way, looks like he is getting relatively close to picking up that full Desolator. So that's going to be a bit of good news.
Ooh,
the bad news is, though, Yeah, Mikoto has a halberd up already. That's very bad news if you are the PA.
I don't know what you want to do now if you're DB. Probably a BKB rush right afterwards and just always be on point. This is just such good timing for Mikado. He's #1 in that fort. He's just been allowed to have this much space, have this much impact. And Mikado's just that kind of player. If you give him the space down mid, he will deliver the goods. In fact, Boom is just all over the map. Like FBZ's constantly keeping bot lane threatened, so they have to maintain presence here as well, which means you just have this free farming TB while all of this breaks down. Dreamosel has his Yasha into the SNY here, into the Scotty, and they don't mind that they're trading farm with a Magnus PA, considering how much less safe space there is here for Army Genesis. It's not easy for them to distribute this farm to anyone else beyond those 2 cores.
Kodo is having a gander up at the top lane, trying to find an X. That's a torrent, and it is not going to be on target, but it gives him vision. To get the X boat off onto LYM, and FBZ will happily take the kill on the Timber. Just continue to rotate and find these kinds of kills, and it's just buying so much space for Dreamosel, who is still just freely farming up on the TB, taking ancient stacks now. It's like Dreamosel is going to work towards the SNY into the Eye of Skadi. Fairly standard start for the Terrorblade. May need something to go through the evasion later on, but it doesn't seem like he is too concerned at this rate. They are well and truly in control of this game, and well, John, to make matters worse, Hyde has the Blink Dagger out now, just on the courier, and that means nobody's safe.
And that is one way to bypass that evasion on your PA. Now, they do manage to find a tier 1 bot here, Army Geniuses, so there's a little bit more room for them to breed. They've also got this Blink Echo Saber up under Magnus. So they do have initiation options. If they can get a good RP, get the follow-up, they're not too far behind. It's just 2k now, so it's been dropping a bit, considering that both of these cores are farming well. They just cannot allow themselves to lose this much map control, though. Like, up top, another push coming in, and Army Genius is still not in position to defend.
There goes the tier 2 tower. They are smoked and moving up, so they're going to try for a fight. They aren't too far behind in net worth, so it could go well for them. They are fighting into every ultimate on Boom Esports, though, so you're kind of relying on a big RP from Among Daya. Well, if Makoto gets the boat out, it's going to make it that much harder to burst anyone down. Army Geniuses, well, they don't find anyone anyway. It's just a great kind of back off here from Boom Esports. Not really playing on the edge, just playing it very safe. They are going to run into UK soon. UK going to show himself, and Hyde just jumps straight in with the Blink Dagger. Avalanche toss into the X-Torrent. That'll be UK going down. I swear that's the 3rd time UK's died in that exact same position.
Yeah, it's been a rough time for him to get any work done. It's always by that rune, as you mentioned, and you have to appreciate what Boom did there. So they took the tier 2, right? But look at these wards. Just lined up across the entrances of every single part of the jungle. You're not going to be able to farm safely here if you are Army Geniuses, and again, shrinking down the space where the Magnus PA can just be effective. They can't flash farm if there's no jungle that they control.
I do like that. They see an opening. The Roshan pit. Dreamosel believes he can get it done, and he won't be wrong in thinking that either. He does do a lot of damage with that Metamorphosis, and FBZ can tank very easily. Army Geniuses, they may not be expecting such an early Roshan, but now with the illusion coming in, they will know. Among Daya, he has the RP. There'll be a smoke out, but Boom Esports, they saw it. There's an Observer Ward that caught that out. FBZ, RP is going to be them. Among Daya, he got the Terrorblade, and Dreamosel looking for a Sunder, not going to be able to get it. Very unlucky, but he's going to buy back on Kescute to try and help out here. FBZ going to move up with Makoto onto DB. There's your Avalanche toss. DB falling low, but the press of the attack going to heal him up, but FBZ going to keep moving forward, trying to get more. LYM is going to go down as DB is still a man on the run, but they get another swap off into a Magic Missile, and Hyde gets a toss into the torrent. Ooh. It's going to be perfectly played here from Boom Esports. John, there was an unfortunate mistake being made in that team fight that cost Dreamercell his life. He was mid-Sunder animation, and he got swapped out by Kezcute.
Yeah.
And then he did not have a Sunder target.
Yep, I saw that. Poor Dreamercell. I think Kezcute kind of made the right snap decision, not the right overall decision looking back. But in a snap, you know, you see your Terrorblade surrounded by a tree. You saw the LSA kind of being popped in. Of course, Kezcute's reaction was, I gotta get him out here. You know, he was panicking. He must have been panicking. But it works out in the end. Dreamercell, you know, like nothing happens. He gets a DD into the Roche. It's like, yeah, we'll forget that. And Age is gonna go his way. He's gonna be very pleased. Nothing happened there, Mike. He's fine.
Huh? Didn't see anything. Dreamercell has an Aegis now. Up towards that top lane they go. LYM again going to be in a spot of danger here. Makoto, oh, he spotted him out, I think. Or maybe not. Oh, LYM, what was that? Makoto saw that part. Torrent, not going to connect. X is not going to be there in time. Looks like LYM believed that Makoto did see him before the LSA came out. But it was actually the LSA that gave it away. Still, 4K net worth lead here, Boom. Nothing that they can't come back from on the side of Army Geniuses, though. It's still a small net worth lead. Now, their PA is farming quite nicely. I mean, you look at DB. He isn't going for a BKB, which concerns me. But he is farming.
I don't know about the SNY. I don't know about that one. Like, you've got the Desert, yes, Sanjin Yashido. So iffy, and then LYM again.
He's gone. Hyde catches him out. Nice easy kill, and looks like Makoto, Dreamercell, will get started on that mid-tier 2 tower. Yeah, SNY instead of BKB on the PA. Classic, well, Hyde actually finds UK as well. It's a classic SEA move, John. No BKB necessary.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You see Tiny, Mike. I see a Tiny, right? I see a Timbersaw. I would buy a BKB, but I'm not a pro player. So we'll see if DB can make this greed work. They do have good high ground, but look at this.
You wouldn't buy one, John. Mamang Daya is going to be in trouble. Avalanche toss is there. He is not going to go down yet, but there's your swap out from Kezcute with the control. He doesn't have Magic Missile, but he will not need it. Dreamercell does get the damage off eventually into the tier 3 mid tower. And this is why you need the BKB, because now you can't really fight. He probably saw the items and they just thought, well, he can't fight us. He's got damage, but who cares about that if he can't actually fight? Toss back, Wami going to be in danger with the Avalanche out. He does press the attack, but it means nothing. That'll be your mid-racks.
Look at Mikado. He's just so confident he's going to get the refill. No, he doesn't get the refill. Oh, boy. Confident.
Confident? He didn't die, at least. It's a nice chain away with the Yules. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, it's a fun interaction. I always used to have fun with that. Timbersaw. I always tried to find these weird interactions with the hook shots before because of that balanced Pudge Fountain stuff. There's some interesting stuff that you can get done with hook, blink, and different hooks, blinks, and buybacks and Yules. The interactions are always kind of strange. But it's a beta game. But this is a free bailout now for FBZ. As long as he remembers that combination, should be able to dive deep. And they're smoked up here, Army Geniuses. They want to come back in.
Hyde saw them. Well, that's a quick blink away. Still going to make the jump. Hyde. He's fairly tanky, believe it or not, in this position for Tiny. DB trying to go for the kill. Does finally get a crit. Now the toss away onto UK. And they do get him. LYM. He's able to pick up the kill. While the rest of Boom, they are just taking the other side of the map. They don't seem to mind Hyde going down. Now the question I have for you, John. Does DB go for the BKB or does he pick up a Basher? No, he picks up a Divine Rapier. Look at that. This is truly the SCA way. Just no magic immunity necessary. I need more damage. Forget that for a second, though, because the fight is breaking out, it seems. FBZ, he has been stunned up by LYM. That is not the place to TP, sir. He will now learn that. He does get taken out, thanks to Kezcute with his Wave of Terror. And this man, he is literally going to be just going straight into a Divine Rapier. I love it.
It's pretty ridiculous, but yeah, let the rest of the team worry about, you know, team fight and tactics. PA just wants to hit stuff. That's exactly what we'll get to see from DB if he can get the farm. Tier 3 top though under threat. They've got to do something about this.
I mean, I saw the memes the other day. I thought it was a bit, you know, overboard saying they don't ever get BKBs, and here we are. Here we are. Aegis does expire on Dreamer Cell, so you won't have that. They're going to BKB up on Mamangdaya, but he hasn't got the skewer back yet. Now it does onto FBZ, but that's a tanky Timbersaw. RP comes out, but it's not on anyone but Makoto. And that's going to mean they can keep going into the top racks. They'll get 2. That's DB going down. This game is looking very, very unhealthy now for Army Geniuses. So at least they can't get megged. There is still a tier 2 bot tower. They'll slowly make their way over.
Yeah, it's a patient play from Boom, not going for the jugular, even though honestly it feels like they could. There's no RP, there's no real damage on the PA. Not much to be scared of, but they're going for the safer play. And yeah, this should be a straightforward tier 2 to take. The issue is their creep wave is so far behind. It's going to take a while for them to get there, and they're just going to hunt.
He just fought back, John. The game's pretty much over if he dies. Yeah. Hide. Avalanche, disarm. He's going to try to run. There is going to be a save there from Wami, but FBZ is on the case. He wants that kill. Hyde is going to keep chasing him down. The Blink Strike away to the left. He is going to survive. DB gets out of there, but the rest of the team is suffering. Swap out on Mamangdaya. DB's going to jump in, try and help out. Dreamer Soul, actually a great save with the Sunder. And DB is going to get X back into a boat here by Makoto and does go down. That'll be a dieback on your PA. There's the GG call being made as they rip to shreds Mamangdaya. That'll be game number 1, going the way of Boom Esports in a very convincing fashion.
Yep, just a wonderful game from them. Great execution. They get to pick up the Timbersaw we've seen banned over and over again. Army Geniuses, they try something very different. They open with the Mag PA, trying to bring that aggressive playstyle out, trying to out-farm Boom Esports early.